Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we will be talking about... Wait, what are we talking about? Give me a moment. Oh, what was I doing? Oh yeah, filming. Oh my god. Why do we get distracted, demotivated, or even procrastinate when we have things that we want to do in life? If you have watched my previous video on time tracking, I said that I wasn't a very structured person. So if timetable is not your thing as well, then stick along. Today, we will be talking about practical ways to get our asses up to do the things that matters. Yes, for once, for real. I've always wanted to get an answer to this instead of goal setting to make you feel motivated out of the blue and then your motivation just phew, and then that's it. That's the end of it. Thank you for watching this video. Okay, but in all seriousness, I do have goals planned out with whys and hows, or so I believe. But the best I could do was 2 weeks to stick with that burst of motivation and drive to really accomplish the goals that I want in life. 2 weeks. That's the most. That's the most I've went. I don't think I've ever even hit 2 weeks. But yeah, about there. So, if you're like me, can't get motivated or disciplined enough to move forward in life, I'm telling you, brothers and sisters, same. But like every problems out there are solutions, multiple solutions actually, and obviously I can't cover all of them in this one single video, so stay tuned for more videos. I realized that the thing about goal setting for me is that I had to constantly be mentally strong to keep pushing myself forward, and I just didn't like the fact that I have to keep being present and aware and to keep telling myself, hey, let's go through this, man, let's stay strong and we can push through this, and maybe like 10 years down the road we can be successful in life. Like, bitch, please, like 10 years, oh my god, that you're telling me I need to wait for 10 more years? Like 365 days is already painful enough, but I need to wait for 365 days times 10 years plus some of those years they are leap years, so it's like I don't even want to do the math. So in the end, the question will be, does it matter if I don't do it? Nobody's life will be impacted if I don't do it anyway, right? Okay, so I have a few things identified here. Number 1, I wanted the state of wanting to do the things to come naturally to me instead of being aware of what I am doing 99% of the time. Like, let's face it, it's damn mentally stressful to do it like 99% of the time, you know, to be aware and be present in the moment. Like, mindset is one thing, but this is really no. Number 2, I wanted to have people there for me, like as an accountability buddy, so that if I don't do something, then someone will be disappointed in me instead of me being disappointed in myself, and then like I will just keep pushing the thing away because like I can manage my own feelings, I guess, but I wouldn't want other people to feel bad about me, if that makes sense. But then my friends are either too busy being lazy or too busy doing things that actually matters. So let's break down things that we can actually do for ourselves. But first, coffee! Continue with the video. We will be putting our coffee there because like I'm sitting out of nowhere, so yeah, drink your coffee while I watch. Okay, so the solutions for our problems, I'll be breaking this down into 3 parts: the mental state, the physical state, and what you can do. Before I move on, I would just like to mention this video by Struthless. if I'm actually pronouncing his name correctly. I'll be putting his video somewhere here or there or wherever, and also in the description down below, so you can go and check out his video where he talked about comfort is ruining your life. And he also has a few journaling questions to do to like motivate you into doing the things that you want to do in life. Yeah, so I did that yesterday and I found it pretty good. Like, yeah, just go and watch it, you get it. Number one is the mental state, which is kind of like your attitude and just the things that go on in your mind. Okay, if that's not the real definition of it, I'm sorry, but that's my definition of it, so maybe you can check out ies.dictionary.com. I'm joking, it's not even a thing. Anyway, all the goal setting practices are not entirely useless. Basically, they kind of like set you into this path where you can see why you are doing such things, and also allow you to like plan out what you can do to achieve the things. So it's actually not very useless. It's just that for people like me, where just having purpose alone can't get us to doing the things, and not being able to see the real finishing point, because we all can't see into the future, right? Like law Lamau, obviously, like we don't even know what's gonna happen in the next 5 minutes. Like you don't even know what's gonna happen in the next 5 minutes now in this video, unless you fast forward there right now. But even I don't know what I'm gonna say in 5 minutes time. I would say that maybe you can go and do some goal setting practices first, and if you have already done that and you are still here, then you need to enjoy doing the things that you want to set yourself into doing. Okay, wait, hear me out. So you have a goal and you have your why, like why you want to do this particular thing, but if it doesn't spark joy to you, then you're most probably just gonna forget about it in less than 1 week's time, because that's how we are all like. If it doesn't spark joy, then the harder it is to actually push yourself to do the task. And our brain, like our minds, I don't know why it works like that, but it would usually tend to go to the easier things. And I'm not saying that everything in life is easy, but if you can make it as easy as possible, then obviously you can get through it as easy as possible as well. So yes, your attitude. In order to want to do the things, you have to actually like to do the things, and then it will just be easier to do the things. Like you don't even need to ask yourself or drag yourself to the table to do the planning or building on your craft or whatever. You just go there and do the thing. Yeah, that's it. Then yeah, that's what you want, right? Okay, next. Physical state. Yeah. Okay, so I realized that whenever I'm more tired, I would tend to lie on my bed, use my phone, and then I'll just, oh, I'm on YouTube. Oh, this video is 4 minutes. Oh, let me watch it. And then 1 hour has passed. I don't even know how time passed so fast, you know. I think it's a hack, you know. Like, they always say you have some guardian spirits or whatever, and then I just think that they are the people who are like turning the time faster when you're procrastinating, and then they're like, oh, this bitch not doing her things again, I'm gonna punish her by bringing forward the time to 1 or 2 hours later, and then she will regret it. But no, apparently we all don't learn. So too bad, guardian spirits or whatever, your plan has failed. Anyway, so our physical state has to be in the right condition for us to be more inclined to do the things that we want to do. So if we are more tired, then we are less likely to absorb the things into our brain. So for example, you want to learn a language. In order to learn a language, you need to sit down there, open your book, open your notebook, and then listen to the teacher teach and things like that. But if you are really tired, it's like squeezing all your brain juice to even sit on the table itself. And I think our brain is like a sponge. If you are already squeezing it so tightly, how can you expect yourself to absorb anything, right? So yeah, ultimately, being lethargic just doesn't help. It's best if you get enough rest, or maybe you can get coffee like me. But then again, there are people who say that caffeine is not good for you after a certain time, and apparently it's already about 4 p.m. now, and you're supposed to stop drinking coffee at 2 p.m. Oh wells. But if you didn't have enough rest over the night, then I would suggest you to get like some nap. Or there are actually other sleeping patterns that are pretty amazing. Sleep 4 hours and 4 hours, or like you sleep a certain amount of time and then you nap for like 1 or 2 hours in a day. Yeah, things like that are actually proven to be good. So maybe you can explore, and maybe one of them is good for you, and maybe you can incorporate it into your schedule, and maybe it would just voila, and then your life just get better like that. If you have enough rest, then you'll be more energetic to do things, and then maybe you would just automatically go and do the thing itself. Being rested is, I guess, a medicine in itself. So treat your body right, and many things can go right as well. Okay, so into the last point, what can you do? So I mentioned at the start of this video where I need someone to be accountable for my actions, right? Oh my god, I sound like a child. But anyways, so if your friends are nice enough, you can ask them to be accountable for you. Or if your friend also has a goal that he or she wants to achieve, then maybe you guys can be each other's accountability buddy. But if your friends don't really want to do anything for you, right, then you can bribe them. Joking! Basically what I did was, so I asked my friend if she is willing to be my accountability buddy, and of course she said yes, because I'm just someone who is very hard to turn down. Joking. Anyway, so I told her if I don't start my YouTube channel by the end of May, then I'll give her $50. And money is just very important in our life, right? We don't want to waste that $50 just like that because we didn't do something that we set out to do. So obviously, I set up my YouTube channel. It actually worked. Yeah. But you have to keep to your words though. Like initially the plan was to do it in mid-May, but I had some things on, and then I asked her permission to extend the deadline, and she was very nice and she said yes. So I have great friends. Yeah. So that's for if you are willing to outsource, you know, like if you are not embarrassed to tell your friends your goals, which I don't think you should be, because you should be proud of what you want to do in life, right? But anyway, if you're like too shy, or for certain reasons you just don't want to like find someone else out there to help you in some things, then you can actually try to be accountable for yourself. And for me, I felt like it's very hard to be accountable for ourselves, maybe because we have disappointed ourselves for too many times in our life. That sounded actually a bit too dark. Anyway, what I found was effective for me is that I need to set shorter goals for each day in my life, basically. Like short goals, like okay, after this video I'm gonna watch, right? But we all know after this video we are not gonna watch, so I'll just be like, okay, do I really need to watch this video? Obviously the answer will be no. But if I know that I'm very tired, then I'll obviously take a nap. But okay, that aside, then so I'll be watching the video, and then I'll be like, okay, this is not very important, and I have established that I should go and do something more useful in life. So let's get up in 3, 2, 1, and then I'll just put it down, just like that. Yeah, you just have to build the trust with yourself, because if you don't keep to the rules that you set for yourself, then you're gonna lose trust in yourself, and then it will be harder to even like set anything. You just be like, oh, but like the other time I also did something like that, and then what's the worst that can happen? And then yeah, that question will come out again, and then that's it, you're screwed. Yes. So yeah, just stick to the rules that you set for yourself. So another thing is the 2-minute rule. I guess these are the things that are already known by a lot of people. Like, I mean, I'm sure that there are videos out there talking about this, and if you found my video, you probably have already watched theirs. So the 2-minute rule is basically, if you can do anything for 2 minutes, then do it for 2 minutes. So don't put your task aside if it's just to be done in 2 minutes. Like 2 minutes out of 24 hours, 24 hours is 1,440 minutes in your entire day, and you can't spare 2 minutes out of 1,440 minutes to do something small. Girl, get your ass up right now. And then there's also the 5 minutes rule. Like, I'll just do this for 5 minutes and then I'll be done. And usually if you do it for 5 minutes, then you will continue doing it. I meant your task, yeah? Not watching videos or playing your games, okay? Yeah, you just give yourself the rule to do it for 5 minutes, and then if you really don't feel like doing it anymore, then you probably need some rest, like maybe you're burnt out, or maybe you really need to go out for a walk to like empty your mind and stuff like that. But most of the time, after that 5 minutes, you would want to continue to carry on doing your whatever it is. The push to start the task is usually the hardest thing ever. Yeah. I feel that the personal part, actually there are a lot of people out there with a lot of ways for you to, you know, get on with your day and do your tasks. So I'm not gonna talk a lot about it, but if you really want me to, you can comment down below, and maybe in the future I'll talk about them, and maybe even some even more useful tips that I have tried in my life. Yeah. One bonus tip for all of you out there is that you should identify yourself with a personality or an identity. For me, I choose to not identify myself as a hard worker because I am not a hard worker, and I know it myself that I am not a hard worker. And if I keep telling myself that I'm a hard worker but I'm not a hard worker, then I will not trust myself anymore. And self-trust is actually very important in this process. So for the most part of my life, instead of being a hard worker, I would rather be a smart worker. And I'm not saying that being a hard worker is not good. I'm just saying if I can put in the same amount of time but get further, then obviously I would want that instead, right? But I don't believe that people who put in a lot of hard work can achieve the things that they do. But I just don't believe that that's the only way. And I feel like putting in effort into something it takes up a lot of energy. Many people just have different ways of defining hard work or effort, and all these things that I feel are very opinionated in life. But I guess it's just the way that we work. And for 20 years of my life, I have wired myself to do things this way, and I found that it works better for me, I guess. So I'll just stick to it, unless one day I find that I'm actually screwing up my life with it, then maybe I'll explore something else. But for now, I think working smartly is a better option for me instead of working hard. Yeah, so I'll be taking that path, and you shall take yours. Whatever that works for you, and whatever that works for me doesn't mean that it works for you. You know, everyone has different ways of working style for them, and I hope that you can find your style of working. Yep, so all in all, I think that mental strength is very important in keeping you alive to do the things that you want to do in life. But there are other factors that can help to build your mental strength, or to even just push you or drive you or motivate you into doing the things that you want to do as well. So I hope that this video has actually been informative and helped you in any way possible, even though I think I'm just rambling. But I hope that it has been valuable to you, and I hope that you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you next time. And remember to smile! Yeah! Bye! Remember to drink your coffee as well. Yeah, just that. Yeah. Just, yeah. Yeah, okay, let's go. They would actually like let you set out a path for you. Why is my door always like that? What am I saying? Mind fart. Yeah.